Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Lincoln Financial Field, and it is indeed home to the 2018 Super Bowl champion Eagles. The link also is home to the Temple Owls. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown.
Number 87, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owls offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
It's now second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, the ground game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw, it's Simon. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sooners!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to the ground game on the left. Runs ahead and powers its way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Swings it out to the flat. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. Now from the 36, 26-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. To the air, it's Simon. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll throw on 3rd down. A strike downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Temple lines up quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Owls trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Going for 6. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give from the gun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. streaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Now they're going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Gonna run it. It's Tatum. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Got some room in it at the goal line.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that 2nd and 9.
Pulls it in. It's Stewart. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Here's the return. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The throw to the outside is complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency. But you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man, makes the grab. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The inside handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll try to blast their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Temple lines up quickly. Scanning the field, it's Simon. Got his man quickly. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
The give on the option. Sweet cut there.
Running back the ball carrier. Gain of 8.
Temple lining up to punt it away.
Number 37 on to kick it away.
He'll take it on the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This has been an impressive 1st half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half?
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Hand off from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. This will likely be the last play of the half. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And as he throws, can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And it's been a dynamite 1st half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened? And what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Lincoln Financial Field.
And the Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset off.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Simon. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the...
Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. USC answered the bell away from the Coliseum today with an impressive victory. The Trojans knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head on. Generally the mark of a really good team. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to pass, it's Simon. With the catch, it's Stewart. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Get set.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Temple lining up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He'll set up to throw. Rushes on him. Complete. He was trying to get it to the 25, but the defense stands tall, and they force a 4th and short.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, He got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Looking to buy time. Safe little shovel pass. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Tackled on the play.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Inside the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They marched 72 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Running to Green. There he goes. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking downfield, it's McCoy. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
They'll run play action. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of first down yardage. 4th down is coming.
Brings up 4th down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to...
Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything is working. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.